Andrew Mitchell.
Following up on one thing and then two other quick points. On the DART team, have they been visaed? Do we have anyone on the ground yet? Chinese, Russian, and others are there in large numbers. We have some soldiers from Japan who've deployed. But as I understand it, we don't have any teams on the ground yet. It's been, 4 days since the earthquake. Every day is critical. And this is apparently a direct result of USAID cutbacks in terms of the ability to launch quickly and to have a team actually in country. And secondly, I wanted to ask about VOA. There was a TRO on Friday night. Those people have received notices. As I understand it, they're off the air. They have no access, I don't believe, to their offices or their emails. And in response to the temporary restraining order Friday night, what is going to change, or will it not change pending appeal? I know you don't talk about lawsuits, but this involves an agency that is directly involved with the State Department and with our fellow journalists.
Well, we don't talk about lawsuits and the nature of what's going on, regardless of whether it's an agency dealing with us or not dealing with us. That rule does not change. But let me get to Burma as well. So obviously you've heard my opening. We send our condolences to everyone. But what we do know, and I would caution you though, I would reject the notion that this is obviously a result of the USAID cuts and that kind of funding. There are many different elements to this dynamic, and we're also certainly in the region. We're on the ground. I can say that could be within, well, hopefully by this evening, that we will be added to the embassy's team's assessments of needs on the ground, and that will further inform our response. But keep in mind, of course, we've got a mission there and a team of people that these experts then will be joining. And as people know, we're providing up to $2 million through existing humanitarian partners in Burma who are working right now to support the earthquake-affected communities for the emergency shelter, food, medical, and water. So people are on the ground. We have partners that we are working with to facilitate the nature of things as they're happening at this point.
But in the past, during earthquakes, the Fairfax team with their dogs and their expertise would go all over the world. Turkey, in instances, I think Iran as well, as the Israeli team would join. I mean, there are experts that we have always provided.
Sure.
And we physically are, in contrast to what we see visually, people digging by hand and by equipment, people out with China on the back of their yellow jackets. We don't see any presence of U.S.
Well,
I
would caution that obviously right now, people are working to get this solved, to find people, to rescue people, to get people what they need, life-saving mechanisms. And the good news is, and I think we should look at it this way as well, is that we have partners that we work with that may not require us to be physically present in the nature of what it is that's being done. Partners who've been on the ground regularly, there constantly. And I think that would reject the premise that the sign of success is that we are physically there. Obviously, we are now through our missions, and we're sending experts as well. Of course, that's happening. But I think that the fact that we've got partners that we work with, that our goals can be achieved through the work that we do with others around the world, is something. When I've said this over in general with the reform that the government is going through with the lead of President Trump, is that certain things won't necessarily look the same, but the success and the work and our impact will still be there. And this perhaps is part of that dynamic. So I would say that, of course, not just when it comes to our experts, who are also not just on their way, but based in Bangkok, Thailand, the Manila, Philippines, and Washington, that we are doing work from here. We have remarkable partners we're working with on the ground, and we remain in communication with our international partners, including the Quad, which is Australia, India, and Japan, to ensure effective coordination with each respective nation's response efforts. We're also pleased to see other donors provide assistance in the aftermath of the earthquake. And I'll tell you, it is the people of Burma who are getting the urgent aid that they need right now, and that we are certainly, again, pleased when it comes to whatever donors are going in the region to assist those individuals. And we are part of that framework. That's, I think, what's most important here, and a reminder that the aid can continue, and it may simply look different, and it may involve more partners, but we certainly are focused on this, and we'll have more information for you this evening. All right, yes.